What's up? It's Whitney, bro. For today's episode of Talking Shit with Wit, we are going to do what's called Buy or Buy. And it is a series started by my friend Jacob. This is his on all platforms. I think he has a YouTube, but I don't know how active he is on YouTube. I know he's more active on TikTok and Instagram. So shout out to Jacob for credit for this series. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the Lilo and Stitch collab with ColourPop. I know I'm a little bit late talking about it. I actually think this is really well done, and the color story I think is really cute. And I might put a better picture of it actually up here for you so I don't have to hold my phone there the whole time. But I love that they did this in collaboration with the animated Lilo and Stitch and not the live action, which I know there'd be a lot of red tape because of it being a real person and their likeness for Lilo. But the animated one will always be superior. I have not watched the live action one, and to be quite honest, from what I hear, I shouldn't watch the live action one. So I'll just rewatch the animated one. But anyway, we're here to talk about the makeup, not the movie. This collab, I think, is really, really cute. I love Lilo and Stitch, so I am a little bit of a sucker in that regard. So especially these blushes. There's one, I don't know the shade because it's not quite showing it on Churn Mood's post, but there's a blush that has Stitch playing in the sand, and I really want that just for the packaging. But I love this collab. I love the packaging. I love the colors that they used. I think the color story of the palette is one of the most on-point color stories that ColourPop has had in a really, really long time. So we're going to say, I'm going to buy this. The next product that I'm going to talk about is the NYX, the Brow Glue Crazy Lift. And this one has a built-in styling comb, which honestly, I really, really like because that's my only qualm about the OG Brow Glue is I loathe the packaging because you watch the product turn brown because you have to reinsert the applicator into the packaging. You watch it turn not the same color anymore. And I think that it having an applicator on the end where the product comes out and you can use that applicator to style your brows, bye, all day, baby. Next up is the Lord of the Rings collab with Glamlight. And I am really not a big Lord of the Rings person. I know. I'm attacking those of you who are, but I'm just not. And objectively speaking, from a makeup point of view, it's kind of an ugly color story, the eyeshadow palette, that I just really am not drawn to. Some of the shimmers are pretty, and the highlighter looks like it could be really pretty, but we're going to say bye to this. Next up is the Smurfs collab with Fenty, which I think Rihanna is like the voice of Smurfette or something. Rihanna has something to do with the Smurfs movie, which is why this collab with Fenty Beauty happened. But it's entirely too much money, and I'm going to say bye for that very reason, because I don't think a collab that's a children's show should cost $150. That seems a little... That is for everything in the tin, and you get a mirror and a puff and a scrub, but it's just not... There's not enough product value there for it to be $150. That's just ridiculous. So the next thing that we have is a new beauty brand skincare called Reframe or Reframe Beauty, and it's by LeBron James's wife, Savannah James. So I don't know anything about Savannah James as a person other than just now I'm reading that she's LeBron James's wife. Good for her. Get that bag. No, I'm joking. That's terrible. I'm sure she loves him. Anyway, the It's a luxury skincare line. But these prices, though, pigment processor, daily brightening serum, $115. This is like La Mer pricing, which the packaging looks way too cheap to be that expensive. Which I'm gonna go look up. I'm gonna go look up these formulas because this might be a whole fucking tangent. Give me just a second. So upon looking at this, you don't even get what's in the entire bottle. It's like a balloon filled up inside the bottle, which I can't with the price tag. Like, I mean, I know to her that's probably chump change, but the cheapest product being $95 is crazy. It's crazy. I mean, there's free shipping at least, but I'd hope so. And it says it's angle defining. I just don't feel like there's enough things in this that are that special that it should cost as much money as it does. And I would love if anybody knows a cosmetic chemist or there's videos by a cosmetic chemist about this brand, definitely send me those, or I'm going to look some of those up myself, because this seems like a gigantic cash grab. And in the worst way, knowing where LeBron came from and the people who follow him and support him are a lot of people who don't have money like this. So to me, it's very, and like, yeah, I know she's trying to do her own thing independent of him, but when you're his wife, you're going to get associated with him. And I don't know, it's just, it's a little gross to me and a little tone deaf that she decided to make a brand this expensive, knowing who can and can't afford that. Bye. The next product is the new flavor and new shade lip butter balm in pink guava by Summer Fridays. And I'm sorry, I'm not spending $24 on a lip balm. Bye. Okay, so the next product is the Juicy Bomb collection, and it's available in Europe from Essence. I'm hoping that this comes to the US pretty soon, because there are blush jellies that look really cute and like something I would really want to try. So I'm going to say bye to this. Next up is the talc-free blurring bronzer from Makeup by Mario. I think this shade range is abysmal for a brand that has as much money as he does. Also a brand that's a Kendo brand, aka they have Sephora's money backing them. This is awful. Like the model, I'm going to show it here because I'm not going to send a screenshot. The model that they showed wearing the dark, deep bronzer, you can't even tell she has bronzer on. Like, legitimately, it looks like a blush. Bye. Next product I'm going to talk about are the Longwear lip liners from Juvia's Place. I do think these are really good. They're only $13, which is a decent price point. They have a huge shade range. They're not one of the brands that I personally support, so I am not going to buy them. I am going to have to say bye, but for different reasons than all the other products. If it was from a brand I supported, this would be a buy. So keep that in mind. Next up, there's a e.l.f. Halo Glow Skin Tint that has SPF 50. And the thing I don't know. My instinct is to say goodbye. But part of me is like, I should get it and I should try it before I pass judgment on it, because it could be something that I end up liking a lot, especially in the summertime. It could be exactly what I'm looking for the summer. But the mineral SPF is what scares me, because that almost always leaves a white cast. And I know they have, there's different shades, so there's pigments in here, I'm assuming, to offset that white cast, but it still scares your girl. And I'm not that dark skinned, so I can only imagine how people who are darker complected feel about this release. But the shade range looks excellent. I do think this is going to be a buy for me. And the next product is the Mike's Hot Honey and Burt Bees collab. I love the Mike's Hot Honey and Utz chips. Don't know how to correctly, I'll put a picture of the chips I'm talking about. But I love the chips. So I'm like, you mean I could have this flavor on my mouth all the time? Would I try to eat it? Maybe. I wonder if it's supposed to be like... Yeah, it says a moisturizing beeswax lip balm infused with the irresistible sweet heat flavor of Mike's Hot Honey. It's non-plumping. And it's only $3.99. That's going to be a buy. And then the next product is a collector collection from YSL. Which if you know anything about my channel and my broke ass, bye. Go bye. But it has, I go bye. I don't care what it has. I'm not paying $44.50 for a lip gloss. I don't care how much money you have. Paying that much money for a lip gloss is stupid. You only pay almost half of $100 bill for a lip gloss. That makes the Summer Friday $24 look not that bad at all. But again, I'm going to stick with my LA Girl $5.99 lip oil. Thank you. Bye-bye. The next product is the NYX Fat Cheeks Dewy Liquid Blush. And these are $10. Infused with raspberry and kiwi oil, has nourishing peptides. Take my money. That's a buy. That's a buy for me. I might see if that's at Ulta yet and put that on my Ulta cart after this video. The last product that I'm going to talk about in this video is the Beauty Creations Matte Foundation. I normally don't like matte foundations. That's normally not something that I would go for. But this is really drawing me in. I don't know. It's only $14. And it looks like it's in frosted glass packaging, which is really nice. I really appreciate the shade range. There's a decent shade range. They could improve a little bit on the deeper end, I do think. But I don't think that this is a bad initial launch because it's not abysmal. So, yeah, that's going to be a buy for me. We're going to have to cop that once that comes out. I wish they were sold on like a retailer, because very rarely do I go shop through a brand themselves. I always get everything through Ulta because I'm trying to get them points. I'm trying to get points for what I'm buying. And every time I buy something somewhere that I could have bought on Ulta, I'm like, I could have had points for this. So that's my main motivation. But I am pleasantly surprised with today's video. I thought initially I was going to be setting out to make an anti-haul. And as I started scrolling through some of the items, I realized I actually want to buy these. So we're going to have to change up the kind of video that we were doing, because I can't do an anti-haul when there's a significant amount of things that I actually want to buy. So yeah, again, shout out to Jacob. He's who I got this video idea from. And he does his series, like I said, over on Instagram and TikTok. This is his @ again, or this is his @ whatever. I'll sit it on my hand. However, it's editing me decides to put his @ up there, just so you know that I did get the idea from him. And I will tag his YouTube below. I don't know how active he is on it, but I will still make sure to send you all his way if you do see this video and you like this series idea. Thank you so much again for watching. If you liked the makeup in this video, I do have a video on that. That's my previous video. If you want to click up here and check that video out, that would be great. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. You're watching it anyway. I see you. I see you in my analytics. So might as well join the fam so it's a little less difficult to watch. You know what I mean? You don't have to search me. You can just go right in your subscriptions and boom, there I am. I had a lot of fun recording this. I hope you guys had fun watching it. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!